Welcome to Daytona International Speedway, qualifying underway for the ARC Music Gen 4 Cup Series. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. If you'd like more information on our leagues, check out dgsracing.com. Jeff Prochaski, one of the first ones out onto the racetrack, along with Cody Cleaver. See what kind of lap times they can put in. I see him run up close to the wall, but don't want to be right up against it. That'll slow you down with the bubble up there. Like the 5 is going to run first lap high. If he was going to run low, he would have already dropped down. Just checking on some others. Trenton's going to run the first lap high. Andy Morrell. Kind of indecisive through the middle. 7 heading out, 8 heading out. Montrose out on track. Looks like he just ran it by. Hello, Red Cell. There's Cody Cleaver in the 2. Right up against the fence. That's probably a little too close. Check in on John Garrett. He's running up high. This is his out lap. He hasn't started his first lap yet. Prochaski sets the time to beat at a 48. And here comes Trenton Sneed. Right on his heels to take the top spot. Then Andy Morrell. All of those cars ran up high on their first lap. Mike Edwards, looks like he ran high lap 1, down low on lap 2. Seems to be the theme. Shelley running high on lap 1. Ethan kind of through the middle. Prochaski lap 2 goes top of the charts in the 5, and then Trenton Sneed dethrones him. 48.04. We'll see if anyone can get close to Trenton. Mike Edwards clocks in 4th on lap number 2. Montrose 5th, Morrell 6th. Tyler Lehman jumps up to 4th. So far, the top 3 of Sneed, Prochaski, and Cleaver intact. Got Ethan Evers on track. John Garrett, Ike Shelley, Dominic Lee all on their second laps. See if they can challenge the top of the field. There is Ike, Dominic. Christian Delgado may have had an issue on lap 1 and didn't count. So he might have gotten in the grass or had an issue. Something you don't see too much at Daytona in qualifying. Ethan jumps up to 3rd. John Garrett to the line. 48.15 put him 7th. Dominic Lee only moved to 10th. Isaac Shelley in the Sirius Satellite Radio number 7 Dodge. Jumps up to 5th quick. Cliff Mullins is in the grass on his second lap. Christian Delgado's second lap counts. Goes 12th on the speed chart. '69 may get a lap in, but won't be getting 2. Nope, he's on the backstretch. I don't think he's going to make it around. That means only 12 are going to qualify. They'll have the first 12 spots on pit road. $28 cars here total. A couple of those not making the start. I know Hayden Lowell's team has withdrawn. Wait for the field to get out on track. Trenton Sneed, your pole sitter. Let's have a quick chat with him. Trent, DG, got a copy?
Put my headphones on.
Well, good. That means you have a copy.
I do.
Well, we got the poll for this Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series, and how's it feel to know you will always be the first ever Gen 4 Cup Series pole sitter in Sidewinder history?
I've made up for the qualifying effort from yesterday. I had to use the bathroom, and then I got an unsafe pit exit and couldn't get my final lap in, so that was a bummer.
Oof.
But I made up for it. I'm on pole here.
How's the car feel across the bumps?
It's an 85 vet. We're low to the ground. We bump and drag on a damn leaf. So my vertebrae are vertebros. I've gone from 5'9" to 5'5" already. So my sister will probably be taller than me by the end of this race.
Perfect. All right, sir. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Trenton Sneed in the 81 gets the pole for tonight's race. Let's go ahead and take a look at our Labor 12 starting lineup. Music provided by our friends in the band Labor 12. Trent Sneed on the pole in the Sneed Tombstone Game Farm Corvette, alongside Jeff Rachotsky in the number 5 Kellogg Chevy. We have Ethan Evers starting third in the Bud Born on Date Chevrolet. Cody Cleaver in the Bucky's car. He'll start in fourth. Ike Shelley in the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge starts in the fifth spot. Tyler Lane in the Whelen Dodge starts in sixth. Then you have Mike Edwards, Fort Worth Screen Printing Chevy, starts in seventh. John T. Garrett, Crazy Owls Chevrolet, starts in the eighth spot. Ian Macho's Autism Awareness Chevy in ninth. Andy Morell in the 7th Heaven Chevy in 10th. Dominic Lee, Fort Worth Screen Camaro, starts in the 11th spot. Christian Delgado, I think that's his Twitch handle on his car, he'll start in the 12th spot. Clint Cox, Bobcat Dairy Bar, there you go, starts in 13th. Hayden Lowell, as we said, not going to race, so the empty spot there across from him. Chris Stamper in the Bobcat Dairy Bar, I got it right that time, Chevrolet, starts in 15th. Travis Martin, the Mac Tonight Bill Elliott throwback, starts in the 16th spot. Jeremy Clappermill Martin Sports Chevy in 17th. Andrew Beach, the Side Pipes Pontiac, starts in 19th. Jeff Price, Back Channel Productions Pontiac in 19th. Daniel Llewellyn, Labor 12 Pontiac in 20th. Cliff Mullins, the Pinnacle Trailer Sales Pontiac, all the Pontiacs are together back here, 21st. Cody Brown, AC Delco Chevrolet, starts 22nd. JR Deal, the Haviland Dodge, starts 23rd. Jeremy Scherer High Point Ford starts in 24th. It's like Eddie Donahue is going to start from the pit lane in his Home Depot Chevy. And Jake Lawrence and his Meme Machine starts in 26th. Scott Elson in the Tamaya Chevrolet starts in 27th. Will Asherbrander, the Fort Worth Screen DGS for Racing Chevy, starts 28th. So officially 28 on the entry sheet. Again, Hayden Lowell not about. So we don't have him in the field. 27 will actually take the start. Appreciate Labor 12 sponsoring this starting lineup, giving us the awesome tunes. Also sponsor our truck series now over on Tuesdays. They used to be Thursday. So confusing. A lot to get used to this season 10 of Sidewinder Racing Leagues. 75 laps here to get this thing done. Take a quick look at our race analysis while we wait for the field to make it back around. 75 laps, noontime start. Partly cloudy skies, almost 80-degree track temp, so not too warm just yet. Low wind speeds, don't have to worry about that too much. Halfway points go out at the end of lap 37, and the fuel window is about 28 to 31 laps. Pace car heads off. We are getting ready to get the Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series underway. Green flag in the air, and we are going. Like everyone makes it out of the tri-oval safely. We storm down to turn number 1. And the last Asherbrander dropping back to the back of the field. This is the 2008 scan of Daytona, so it is much bumpier than the new scan. Most drivers will have to have that throwback feel of bouncing through both ends of the speedway. Up high, we have the 5 of Perchotsky, the 2 of Cleaver, the 64 of Layden, and the 66 of John Garrett. Inside, Trenton Sneed in the 81, Ethan Evers in the 8. 7 is Isaac Shelley, and the 14 is Mike Edwards. That's your top 8. Hayden, appreciate the resub, my friend. What, are you too scared to go racing in the Gen 4 Cup car tonight? These cars do not bump draft well. You can push with the air, but if you try to push with the car, it'll lift the back tires of the car in front of you off the ground and cause a big problem. So you won't see as much slam drafting as we saw in the trucks last night. See the cars dancing side to side coming off of turn number 2 and out of 4. Gotcha, Hayden. We've completed 2. So far, no one's tried the actual push drafting. Cody Cleaver's the closest to it. He's right on the back of Kuchatsky in the 5. Not actually making contact yet. So he's right about as perfect as you can be. Oof, that was close. Brings everyone back to Llewellyn, still in the main pack. Daniel running in 20th. And a bit of a gap behind him. "26 cars in the lead draft. Into the 11 of Eddie Donahue has started from the pit lane. He anticipated early drama. So far, not the case. He's 24 seconds behind the field and dropping without the draft. Keith Meaver's a bit out of shape there in the 8 car. Got a little high coming off the corner. Had to jerk the wheel back down. Looked dramatic. That's going to give the lead to Prochatsky. The 2 of Cleaver gets clear. Tyler Lanen breaks out into 3rd. Inside has the short way around. The outside gets to keep that little extra momentum so they are powerful in the straightaways. Looks like John Garrett taking a peek to the middle line there. Thought better of it behind Tyler Lanen. And now back to side by side for the lead. Is inside line taking the short way around. Whatever the inside line had bogging it down for a moment there has kind of corrected itself. Check in on the 11 team, the Home Depot machine. It's currently 29 seconds behind the field, so he's losing time in a hurry. Only takes about 45 seconds to get around here, so he's about 16 seconds of track time away. Getting gobbled up by the field. It's a risky run, trying not to get in a wreck early on. Trenton Sneed hooks the nose back out in front and leads that lap. Do get a bonus point for leading at least 1 lap, and then you get extra points, 3, for leading the most laps. This goes green all the way to the end of the fuel tank. They will have to pit before the end of halfway, where they get stage points for the top 10. Could be interesting to see the different strategies play out there if we're able to make it that far on the green flag. Not a whole lot of change in the different lines. So Trenton, Ethan, Shelley, Edwards, and Montrose the inside. Outside's Prochatsky, Cleaver, Lanen, Garrett. I believe that's Morel. Outside is Morel, Andy Morel, in the black and blue 84. See the 81 and the 8 both dancing up off the bottom yellow line with the bumps through there. And turns 3 and 4 definitely upset their handling a little bit. It's going to allow Prochaska and Cleaver edge out ahead. See if they drop down or stay up in the high lane. There goes Cleaver to the bottom. He's going to lead the inside lane. Got a little different look to the front of the field. Prochaska briefly lost the push. That'll allow Cleaver to storm out in front with the push from Trenton. When I say push, we're using that term loosely tonight because it's more of an arrow push than an actual physical push. Again, highly likely if you try to literally push in these cars, you will cause a big wreck. That lap, Prochaska back to the lead. We're going back to Scott Elston, 26th in this lead pack. And the only car out of it, Eddie Donahoe, that is the 84 up against the wall, Eddie Morrell. Hopefully he doesn't try to pull it down off the wall. That can cause a wreck. So he's safely gotten off the wall. Now he's going to have to hope to stay in the draft. 7th Heaven got a little too high there and up into the wall. Let's see if we can take a look. See how he got up that high. Maybe the bumps upset the car. We'll watch him head into the corner here. Yeah, just got a little high and then the wall did the rest, pulled him up there. Unfortunate for him because he has definitely lost the draft. And here they come up on the 11. As we said, they were catching him in a hurry. Eddie Donahoe, maybe not the best idea to start from the pits. Sometimes it's a genius move, sometimes it puts you a lap down early. See, he's down below the yellow line, allow the field to race by on the outside. It's going to catch him, not the perfect spot for him. He may have to struggle to stay with the pack. Looks like he's decided against that, just going to keep it to the bottom and lose the draft. It's the safe move, but unfortunate. Puts him at risk of going 2 laps down and really having no chance. Maybe they can work together, try to stay lead lap for one of them and one lap down for the other. About the only change at the front was Cleaver dropping out of that top row and getting in front of Trenton Sneed. Otherwise it's been the same look up there. Looks like the 7's gone up to the top. Isaac Shelley behind John Garrett now. Dominic Lee making his way into the top 10. He's currently 9th. .13 laps in. So far, green since the start. Car's obviously a little ill handling. You can watch him jump, jive, and wail all the way through both banked ends of the track. See the 2 of Cleaver, even the leaders dancing about, going across the bumps. That's going to make the 3 wide really difficult when they try to push the issue later. Big checkup on that inside line as Ethan Evers was up underneath Trenton Sneed momentarily there. Fortunately, did not get him up off the ground. Ooh, goodness. Is that Montrose? The 1 car way up the track. Just about got into that second lane. Mainly pushing Prochaska out. John Garrett in 66, 3rd car top line. Just ahead of the 7 of Isaac Shelley, the 19 of Dominic Lee. That's Christian Delgado behind Dominic Lee, the other black and green machine. Travis Martin. Jeremy Scherer along an outside line. Inside we have Cleaver, Trenton Sneed, Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, Ian Montrose. A bit of a gap back to Cody Brown. Shows cars dancing up and down the banking. Obviously the handling's not great. We come to complete the first fifth of the race. 15 down, 60 to go. It's a lot of nose-to-nose battling up at the front. Not a lot of energy going one way or the other. Looks like Tyler Lanon's had enough. He's going to go 3 wide here. Lap 16, Shuffle Perchotsky in the 5 out. Everyone's going with them. The 5 of Perchotsky brushes the fence there a little bit. He's got room ahead of the 33 to drop down in line, go back to 2 wide. Tyler Lanon now leads that outside line. See if he and John Garrett can mount a charge to the front. Tyler Lane had found out we were having this Gen 4 series. He was extremely excited. Dominic Lee up the 4th in that high line. One of the few cars that's been able to move up through the field. Let's take a look at our biggest movers while we got it on our minds. Cody Brown up 12, Jeremy Scherer up 9. A couple of guys have made some big moves. Brown now 12th, Scherer in 14th. The wrong way, back 16, back in 26 now. Check in on those two. They're side by side. That's the worst thing they could do. Maybe Morel had a little damage and thought that would be better. So far, everyone minding their P's and Q's. Tyler Lanon does break out to the lead. He's going to drop down in front of the 2 of Cleaver. That'll give the outside line new life as they now have to regroup and see if the 7 of Isaac Shelley can push John Garrett back up there. Or if Cody Cleaver or Trenton Sneed decide to jump up to that top line. Both of them are clear at the moment. Cleaver looked like he thought about it. A little too late now as Garrett has filled that hole. See if Lanon stays down or if he comes up the block at top. Keep it low, so John Garrett going to have an opportunity to battle for the lead. We're going back to Scott Elston in 25th, still in this lead pack. About 8 laps away from thinking seriously about pit stops. Some of the cars that have been leading the whole time may have to pit earlier. Cleaver up the hill, almost into the door of the 7. The real drama is going to come when we try to go from this 2-lane pack to a 1. Trying to get the pit lane. John Garrett leads that lap, picks up the bonus point. Leaves the 7 of Isaac Shelley up top with push from Dominic Lee. Shelley has cleared the leader of the inside line. We'll see if he chooses to stay up top or drop down. The 33 almost into the fence again. So Delgado brushed it earlier. Shelley leads that lap. It's his bonus point. And Lee dropping way down in the 19. It's going to get really sketchy when they try to go 3 wide later in this race. Lee went a little bit lower than Isaac Shelley is. Not able to get lined up out there in that high line. See some cars starting to drop off that high line, get to the bottom. And pit stops aren't too far away. Inside could be nice and let drivers down, or they can be mean and stack it up and not let them down. Isaac Shelley not taking the bait, has not dropped down to that inside line. Quite content to lead line number 2 and not drop down. John Garrett going to have the nose ahead for that lap. Closing in on the 1/3 mark. Just about a lap and a half away. Some of these cars are dancing over the bumps. It makes you wonder if you're going to see some tires taken here, if it's just going to be fuel only because it's under green. Not sure if the tires have any effect with how these cars are going over the bumps. Could just be the bumps upsetting the car. There's Edwards from the bottom of the top. Interesting move as we close in on the pit window. Figure we're about 3 laps away. Hayden's saying 5 to 8 laps away. Isaac Shelley pushes back to the lead on number 7 Dodge. Dominic Lee probably wishing he would drop down so he can try to get a lap lead, but Shelley quite happy to lead the second lane. Whoa, the 5 car gets up against the fence. Perchatsky. Everyone checked up behind him. Fortunately, not a lot of cars right up behind him. It's able to reel that thing back in. Now you see a big gap on that high line. And Montrose has jumped up to the top. Travis Martin's going to move to the bottom. Then we share to the bottom. So looking at the top 25, all in this lead draft. Andy Morrell Morrell still in the lead lap, but the other two cars are up ahead, Andy Morrell and Eddie Donahue. Donahue in danger going 2 laps down, Morrell 1. We reach lap 28. That is the opening of our pit window. It looks like most of the cars have made their way to the bottom, except for about 5. Everybody but Ike Shelley, Prochatsky, Delgado. I believe that is Chris Stanford. And maybe Clint Cox all on that outside line. Everyone else is lined up nose to tail on the inside. That is wild to see. And now the two cars that should be working together to draft away are side by side. See if anyone hits the pit lane. One car did. That's one of the two that was trying to stay on lead lap, Andy Morrell. He had to have been wide open most of that time. He has come to the pit lane in 26 and gone 1 lap down. Two of Cleaver up the hill. Pushes the 33 up a bit. And now the 5 is going to look inside the 7. Prochatsky passing Ike Shelley. So before we pass the lap car on the apron. Lap car probably should have timed it better so he could be in the banking of the corner. Try to keep up with the field that way. But John Garrett. Here he comes to the pit lane in the 66. So now we get our pit stops, see who's coming down. As it wants to show the other end of the pit lane. Perfect. Beautiful shot, boys. Beautiful shot. John Garrett, Mike Edwards, Dominic Lee, Ethan Evers. Again, a terrible shot there. Still a terrible shot. None of these Daytona cameras are great. You gotta love it. We have Ethan Evers, Mike Edwards, John Garrett, Dominic Lee, Scott Elson, Will Asherbrenner, all on the pit lane, 20th to 25th. Still have the 5 of Prochatsky and the 33 of Delgado on the outside line. Here comes Tyler Lane into the pit lane. TV3 used to be up in the sky, way away from there. This is not going well. There you go, a whole mass of cars. All the way, 5 cars didn't pit. Tyler Lane and Cody Cleaver, Ian Montrose, Jeff Prochatsky, Clint Cox, Isaac Shelley, Christian Delgado, all on the pit lane. I'm sure that other group will come around and pit here shortly. Trenton Sneed, Andrew Beach, Cliff Mullins, Daniel Wallen, and Jeff Price all still on track. So watch this group of cars head out. See if anyone picked up a pit penalty. Doesn't look like they did. So maybe Travis Martin. Travis Martin, 63 team, still sitting on the pit lane. I think he did pick up a pit penalty. Tough break. Trying to show Trenton coming in, but just cameras are not cooperating. There they are. Daniel Wallen, Trenton Sneed, Andrew Beach, Jeff Price, Cliff Mullins, all hitting their boxes. It's like people who picked up penalties are Dominic Lee in the 19 was running up in the top 5. He is now a lap down. John T. Garrett, a real life ARCA driver. He's been busted for pit road violation. Finds himself 24th. Travis Martin, back to night car. Unfortunate for the Ghost Man. He picked up a pit road violation as well. Finds himself 23rd and about to be off the lead lap as he gets back up to speed. Here comes the race leader, Tyler Lanen, around the cars coming off the pit lane. See the 19 of Lee behind Lanen. So that is Lee 1 lap down right behind our leader. And you have Cleaver and Montrose, the teammates. The 1 and 2 machines. And this little 4-car pack is our lead pack now. Second group is the 03 of Cox, 14 of Edwards, the 5 for Chotsky. Delgado's close enough to get the draft, as is Beach. Cliff Mullins, Trenton Sneed, they're all clinging to that draft. Jeff Price, Jeremy Scherer, Jake Lawrence, Cody Brown, J.R. Deal, Jeremy Clapper Newell, Isaac Shelley. All those cars should be able to group up and be the second pack. And if they get that many together, if they can cooperate with one another, they ought to be able to catch this lead group, which has grown larger. It's like they have swallowed up the 66, John Garrett, and the 63 of Travis Martin. They're about to take the 23 of Daniel Wallen. This lead pack has a bunch of lapped cars in it. Those lap cars will probably try to race one another for a lucky dog position. 3 cars on the lead lap in that main draft. Here comes a 2x2 move as Trenton Sneed and Andrew Beach have gone to the outside of this group. Jeff Price, of course, going to go with them, all teammates. That's going to slow the second pack down. They were 4.1 back. Now they're 4.9, going the wrong direction. Fortunately for them, up ahead, you saw they were side by side as well in that lead pack. This group would do well to get single file and try to run down the leaders before the next pit stop. So we come up on halfway here as well. The stage points are about to come out. So that could be why we're seeing the side-by-side action. Looks like everyone has abandoned Mike Edwards and the 8 of Ethan Evers. They're the only 2 down low. Everyone else in the high lane. Try to keep Saddles on the gap. It's currently 4.3, so it does come down a bit since the Beach and Sneed team have taken the front of this pack. It looks like good stage points for Lane and Cleaver and Montrose, if nothing else. Those 3 are well out in front of this group. So we reach lap 37. Into this lap, we give out those bonus points to the top 10. I think technically it should be the end of lap 38, but I think because Hayden said certain things in Discord, you may have to go with it. Yeah, it should be the end of lap 38. But Hayden has stated end of lap 37, so we'll see what happens. Because halfway is not yet halfway at the end of lap 37. You don't hit halfway until halfway through lap 38. There you go. This will probably adjust in a second. There it goes. Tyler Lanen, Cody Cleaver, Ian Montrose, Andrew Beach, Trenton Sneed, Jeff Price, Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers, Clint Cox, and Jeff Berchotsky picking up bonus points at halfway. Lead pack, 7 cars deep. It's Dominic Lee and Daniel Llewellyn on the top side. Dominic Lee in the fence coming off of corner number 4. Daniel and Lee were trying to get their lap back the old-fashioned way. John Garrett and Travis Martin are ahead of the leader. Dominic Lee, Daniel Llewellyn trying to stay ahead of Lanen, but have not been able to do so. Right now, Daniel Llewellyn would be the lucky dog. And here comes that second pack. That gap is dropping in a hurry, 1.2 seconds. They can almost sniff that draft already, as these lap cars being side by side is killing this group. Now all those lap cars are on the lead lap. Here comes Andrew Beach and the rest. Mike Edwards not wanting to stay in line, jumps out. Mike Edwards jumps out. Well, I think we don't have enough momentum at the moment. They get to the outside of Price. Gonna take that 6th spot away. past the 11. Things are getting a little dicey. The 2 got very sideways going by the 11 there. 11 car currently 3 laps down. It looks like the 84 extended stay on the pit lane 4 minutes and counting. Not sure what's going on with the 84. Maybe he just kind of gave up the ghost after losing the draft. Tyler Lehman worked his way through the lap traffic, now back out in front of this pack. Mike Edwards is the second place machine. It's the black and lime green. And amongst all those lap cars, Ethan Evers, the bud born on date number 8, red and white, he is third. And Andrew Beach, the black and yellow side pipe 71 car, is fourth. Him and Cody Cleaver side by side for that fight. We got 4 lap cars mixed in with the leaders. 19, 66, 23, and 63. They're trying to fight like hell to get back to the front and get their lap back. That's what report coming in from the 84 of Andy Morrell. His team had some driver issues. He actually had a little bit of a cough, got into the wall. That's the original issue they had, and then another coughing fit unfortunately took him out of the race. That's why he is sitting on pit road, currently 9 laps down. Tough way for Slevins to start this one. Dominic Lee was unlapped for the briefest moment there, so he got his nose ahead of Tyler Lehman. We only have 4 cars 1 lap down, and they're all right behind me. 3 of them are leading the inside lane. It's early still, Rowdy. They still got 1 more pit stop to go, and then look out. That's my prediction. Looking at the stop times, a lot of 14 seconds, so I'm thinking cars were taking tires. Lehman 11 seconds in the box, may have taken 2. Most others 14, so with the bumps, tires actually seeming to matter here. Tyler Lehman to the bottom. Mike Edwards trying to take the lead behind John Garrett. John Garrett, the lap car in the 66. CP from Evers drops down here. All 3 of them do. And leaves the 1 and 2 up top. Cleaver and Montrose. So Mike Edwards, Ethan Evers lead the field. John Garrett 1 lap down due to the pit road penalty. You missed the 3 wide yesterday, Roddy. We had so much 3 wide racing. And it was very clean for the most part. It was really cool to watch. .45 down, 30 to go. Daytona Beach, Florida, the Arc Music Cup Series. Gen 4 Cup Series. We go 3 wide up at the front. It's like the 14 of Edwards wanted to block in that second lane. Got there a little late. Cody Cleaver jumped to his inside, but fortunately for Edwards, able to recover and get back in front of Cleaver. Edwards He's leading the outside line. Ethan Evers leads the inside behind John Garrett's lap car. Lap traffic coming up ahead. It's probably the 11 of Eddie Donahue. Ethan Evers dropping below the yellow line there, right in front of Tyler Lanin. Not a lot of room to be dancing around like that with Lanin so close. Yeah, it is the 11th that they're catching, the Home Depot Chevrolet. Hopefully he's able to get out of the way. He does not. He's going to wreck the field. The 11 destroys the field. Perfect. I bet driver chat's real interesting. He takes it though. Just minding his own little world, I guess. Sees the little field coming, doesn't give a damn. The first 12 times they passed him, he got down on the apron. This time he decided not to, and that's what happens. Wow. That was a special kind of special. See if we can watch the cockpit from John Garrett and see if he's like trying to guess which way he's going. Entering the tri-oval. This is on board the 66. I saw him slightly turn to the right, but I think he was expecting him to go on the apron and get out of the way like he did the first several times. And for whatever reason, this time the 11 did not do that. Dominic Lee right in the middle of all that. There goes Ethan Evers up and into the wall. Oh my gosh. Dominic Lee riding the fence after that. Ethan Evers went for a ride. The RDO caught up in that one. Wowza. One shot from the 9 in the high line. Oh. Jeff Price make it through there? The 45, he's at the tail end of this pack. Trenton drops down. Jeff Price tries to drop down. Trenton's going to make it. Jeff's going to make it. Jeff gets a little grass. Still makes it. Nice moves there by Trenton and Jeff. Andrew may have been just ahead of it. No, he was behind it. He just has enough wheel in it to turn left. Slide it on the banking. A little contact from the 11, but not much. He is on his way. Edwards is up ahead of it. I think the 2 of Cleaver and the 1 of Montrose are also up ahead. I have no idea. What? I guess, like I said, that the 11 had been going to the apron every time, so they got used to that. And it looks like John tried to go up, but Ethan may have been right on his bumper. Let's watch that from the 8 chase. He starts moving up, but then Ethan gets him on the back bumper at the exact same time, and it turns the 66 back down a little bit. Cody Brown, 17, limping through there. Let's see if he was able to avoid everything. See, he's behind the 03 of Cox. See all the debris flying down the banking. but he was able to get it slowed down in time. Avoid everybody. Nicely done. See how the 03 manages through. A lot of people had the same idea. Get in the grass and get away from it. Well, unfortunately, a lot of the cars that were trying to get their lap back were involved in that. So our first caution is a rather large one. So we get to the 2/3 mark of the race. Lap traffic playing a role. Everyone should be able to make it to the end on fuel from here. So it should take that out of the playing field. 21 cars on the lead lap, back to Jake Lawrence in 21st. Cars one lap down, Dominic Lee, John Garrett, Daniel Wall, and Travis Martin. They will try to battle for a lucky dog. So the teammates Cleaver and Montrose. Off goes the pace car. Cleaver gets us restarted. See if the teammates have a drafting plan. They do. Montrose tucks in behind. Like Jake Lawrence was not able to catch up to the field. So 20 lead lap cars in this pack. Comes JR Deal to the high side around Mike Edwards with help from Cliff Mullins and the aid of Ethan Evers. And our caution is back out. Looks like Tyler Lanen involved. Well, Will Ashebrander up the hill, and that looks like Clapper Newell came down the hill. They both went to the middle, and you can't do that. Two cars can't occupy one space very well, unless you come off pit road that way already. Right with the 99 of Clapper Newell. The 31 is going to come up, and the 99 is going to go to the middle, even more so than he already is now. See him come down a little bit. Clapper Newell down into Ashebrander. Ashebrander up into Clapper Newell. It was 50-50s. Meet in the middle and bad things happen. Caution number 2 comes out way quicker than caution number 1 did. Let's watch this one more time, see who else may have gotten a piece of it. 7's able to get through of Isaac Shelley. Tyler Laning goes around. Travis Martin gets a heavy piece of it in the 63. Ghostman still paying for that penalty. Ends up involved in that one. 5 may get a piece here. Prochaski into Lanen. Take another look. Yeah, Prochaski gets the back of Lanen, gets him all out of shape and then up and into the wall. I'll have to see if Dominic Lee made it through, because I think he would be the lucky dog candidate. Looked like he made it through. Only thing would have been netcode if something tagged him there. So that could be the lucky dog for the 19 team that he's been waiting for. We'll have to see. Here he goes, gassing it up. Lucky dog to the 19. I'll put 22 cars on the lead lap. Cleaver and Montrose both pit. 5-second stop. I guess they wanted to top off the tank just in case multiple green-white checkers like we had last night. Yes, sir, Jones. Here we are. Doing our Gen 4 Cup Series on Wednesday nights. 27 starters tonight. Last night we had 40. Absolutely insane in the Truck Series, but it went really well, which is shocking till the end. We had 3 green-white checkers, but I had a lot of 3-wide green flag racing for laps upon laps upon laps. It was wild. J.R. Deal in the 9 is your leader. Mike Edwards 2nd, Cliff Mullins 3rd, Andrew Beach 4th, Ethan Evers 5th, Trenton Sneed 6th, Jeff Price 7th, Cody Brown 8th, Scott Elson 9th, and Isaac Shelley 10th. Jake Lawrence in 11th, Cody Cleaver 12th, Ian Montrose 13th. Those two came down the pit lane. We're leading the field. Jeff Rachotsky in 14th, Chris Stamper 15th, Jeremy Scherer 16th, Clint Cox 17th, Clifford Newell 18th, Asher Brenner 19th, Dominic Lee is 20th. Tyler Lanen and Christian Delgado both on the pit lane taking repairs. Daniel Wallen 1 lap down, 23rd. John Garrett 24th lap down. Travis Martin 25th lap down. Looks like he's taking the fast repair for his machine. And then the 11, 7 laps down. Home Depot Chevrolet started from the pits. Has not gone very well for him tonight. See if we get lights out on our pace car. We do. So one more lap till we go green. Let's see if we can find JR Deal and have a chat with him while he's our leader. JRDG, you got a copy?
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, we're out front in that Texaco Haviland number 9 Dodge. How do we feel about the race so far?
It's just fun as hell.
We went 50 laps green. Can you believe that?
After we got like 6 laps green, all of us and all the dudes, we was like, this is actually going to go for a minute. And this has been fun. Real fun. Are
the tires wearing out with the bumps?
Yes.
I was wondering, because you guys look like you're barely hanging on to it. Nobody's wanting to go 3 wide. It has to be a handful.
It definitely is. You know, going 202, 203 miles an hour. This is some fun shit right here.
I think it's going to be a fun season, to be honest with you.
I like these cars, and this is, man. And Hayden's up there watching. I like this idea.
All right, bud. Well, good luck to you, and see if we can talk to you after the race as well.
Oh, I'll plan on it.
All right, bud. Good luck. I like that confidence. I plan on it. That means he's in the top 3 at the end of the race. We get to talk to him afterwards. About halfway through this last pace lap before we go back to racing. Be 20 to go. Guys have done an excellent job so far. Only real weird thing was the 11 car Leopard doing something crazy, and then 66 I guess didn't anticipate the 11 not doing what he's done all race long. Should be getting that pace car out of the way anytime now. And there it goes. Peeled all the way back to Tyler Lane in 22nd. Oh, lined up. Nobody trying to catch up this time. Green flag in the air. JR Deal in the 9 leads us. No Way Jose, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Thanks for being part of our Art Music Cup series tonight. Okay, was the inside line trying to get the momentum going. If I was Edwards, I would move up to the top right now. Get in front of that 9, because he's going to have a push down this backstretch. Here comes the 9. JR Deal. In a hurry to get somewhere and get going. Cliff Mullins pushing one out there. That's Andrew Beach, excuse me. Cliff Mullins behind Mikey. Trenton Sneed's behind Andrew Beach. Then Cody Brown in the 7. Isaac Shelley, that's your high line. Inside's Mike Edwards, Cliff Mullins, and the 8 of Ethan Evers. Like one car way off the pace. Looks like Tyler Lanen. This car may be a little too damaged to keep up. He's already fallen 5 seconds back. Cliff Mullins giving a strong push to JR Deal in the 9. Deal's going to stay to the top, stay with Andrew Beach and Trenton Sneed. Inside line not quite as organized as that high lane. It's going to cost him a little bit of speed as they try to regroup down there. $18 laps to go from Daytona Beach, Florida in the season opener for the Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series. We'll go Sidewinder Racing Leagues. More information at dgsracing.com. JR Deal clear. Could drop down to the bottom if he wants, but he seems to be happy to ride with Andrew Beach in that high lane. That strategy works as long as that second and third car doesn't get clear, or you make sure they're going to stay with you. If another car has lost the draft, that's Christian Delgado. Now it's 20 cars in this lead pack. Current lucky dog is Daniel Llewellyn, 23rd. Him and John Garrett are side by side for that position. Check in on that lucky dog battle. John Garrett's ahead of Daniel Llewellyn. Garrett's in the burgundy and white car on the high line. Daniel Llewellyn in white and black Labor 12 Pontiac on the bottom. There's your lucky dog battle in the middle of this pack. Llewellyn held up behind Scott Elston. John Garrett following Montrose and Cleaver. Now Garrett goes to the bottom ahead of Llewellyn. For the moment that's okay because the only other lap machine is Travis Martin. He's farther back. Back up front, inside line, starting them out a challenge. Mike Edwards able to draw alongside and even get the nose ahead briefly. Cliff Mullins trying to push Edwards. Andrew Beach decides he had enough of that, shoves JR Deal back out there. Oh, Daniel Llewellyn into the grass. He held on to it. Sounds like the 11 did not. The 11's by himself back there. Eddie Donahue smacked up the Home Depot Chevy. No caution as he stayed going in the correct direction. The car already 7 laps down. Did not go Asherbrander out of the draft in the 31. So now even this group's lost the draft. It's Clapper Newell, Jake Lawrence, and Scott Elston. 17th, 18th, and 19th. So that leaves 17 in our lead pack. Now 16. Get a little frisky back there at the back of the pack. There's Tyler Lanen getting down and out of the way like a gentleman. Doing exactly what the 11 car should have done the first time. JR Deal getting a little side draft off of Edwards. Not sure if that was intentional or just the way the bumps upset the car. Bumpy Daytona is a handful for these cars. And JR Deal talk about 202 miles an hour going across these bumps. Cars sliding every which way. Tires actually matter in a super speedway race. 12 laps to go. Still, any one of 16 drivers could win it. Theoretically, even more than that if all of them are in a wreck. Odds of that are low, but it has happened. Deal beats Steed, the top 3 on the outside. Edwards, Mullins, and Evers, top 3 on the inside. Jeff Price has made his way up there, but he's on the inside line. His teammates are on the outside line. That's a little strange. May give him incentive not to push the 8 car very much. Cody Brown, 17's up in that top lane. He's now a 10/10 driver. So his teammates leading, JR Deal in the 9. Edwards briefly noses out ahead. John Garrett still leading that Lucky Dog Challenge. It's ahead of Travis Martin by around a half second. Beach and Deal have a history, as does Trenton, being very good draft partners, despite being on different teams. I feel like Edwards keeps trying to mount a challenge on the inside, and anytime he gets close, Andrew Beach just finds a different gear and shoves JR Deal back out to the lead. Nine laps to go from Daytona Beach, Florida. Laps winding down. Only 8 laps to go. 7.5 as we race down the backstretch. Fields catching Christian Delgado. Hopefully we don't see a repeat of what happened with the 11. Now we're 3 wide. Got up the middle. That was a 19 with Dominic Lee getting by Jeff Price. Cars look like they're handling very poorly as they catch Delgado. Really hope he learned something after the last caution. 2 cautions ago. He's going to stay on the racing surface and annoy everyone on the road line. And they're wrecking. Once again, getting past a lap car brings out trouble. Lap cars just don't seem to know how to stay out the way. We are under caution once again, our 3rd caution of the race. I don't think the lap car did anything wrong, the field kind of panicked around them. I'm trying to see where this starts. Just try to watch Cleaver on the overhead and see if we can see. He gets in the back of the 7. It's like all checked up on the outside lane. Looks like the field kind of panicked around the lap machine. All checked up. Watch the front once again, see where this checkup starts. JRDO gets a little high and into the wall that checks up the outside lane as they're going by the lap car. And then here comes the accordion effect Once you get these cars in the back end, lift them up off the ground, you can't steer them very good. You end up with some wreck race cars. Let's see who made it through. Obviously Delgado got contact. Does John Garrett make it through? He went off track, so I think that'll take his lucky dog. We'll have to see how race control handles that. Travis Martin gets into the fence. It may not have been hard enough to get the contact though. Could be his lucky dog. We'll have to see what race control calls here. JR Deal's still your leader. Quite a few cars hitting the pit lane, about 13th on back. There goes John Garrett. Garrett does get the lucky dog. And JR Deal still your leader. Texaco Haviland Dodge. Let's go back and see who pit. Yamasho's first one on and off. Looks like he took fuel. Chotsky set of tires for him. Tires for Isaac Shelley. Tires for Clapper Newell. And you got damage repair for the 03. We can't see him from that angle. There he is. 03 getting damage repair. And Will Asherbrenner rolling off the pit lane. In about 27 seconds. I think Ashburner had some damage to fix. Here comes John Garrett. Back onto the lead lap. He'll be excited to try and make some moves. Leaves Travis Martin, Daniel Wallen, Christian Delgado, Tyler Lanen one lap down. Lanen had so much damage, he was very slow. We're going to get this hydrate in thanks to Murr. Appreciate you, buddy. 5 laps left in the debut of the Arca Music Gen 4 Cup Series. High horsepower. The machines most of us loved and grew up with. The peak of NASCAR. Go find Cliff Mullins. Have a chat with the 37 car. Cliff, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we're sitting there in third. How's the racing been so far tonight?
Not too bad for me. We've avoided all the calamity so far. I'm in a pickle right here. I don't know how I'm going to win this race.
Well, the way you do that is you pass the other cars and you beat them to the finish line on the last lap.
Yeah, but see, the issue is that right now I'm the pusher, and I am not good at pushing. So, Michael, for future reference, I am sorry if you lose this race because I am terrible at pushing.
Well, you got plenty of guys around you that are teammates with Andrew Beach, Trenton Sneed. Jeff Price is there as well. You got plenty of those C2X guys around you. Sure, you can hook up with them and find your way out of there if you try.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out how to do this. We right now all of our ideas are not working out because we all end up restarting in different lanes.
Has anyone even considered the idea of 3-wide yet?
No, it is way too sketchy in the corners.
Do you think we'll see it before the end of the race, though?
Likely, yes. Some idiot will do it.
Will it be you?
It might be. I was literally asking Hayden, what's the yellow line rule?
Perfect. Perfect. All right, sir. Well, good luck to you.
Yep, thank you.
Cliff Mullins in the 37. Currently finds himself third, best of his teammates. Andrew Beach fourth, Trenton Steed sixth, and Jeff Price back there in 10th. He's technically 9th. There's all the C2X teammates. Up front, JR Deal, Mike Edwards. JR Deal's chosen the top line. Pace car ducks off. Here we go. Green flag back out in the air at Daytona Beach, Florida. Just 3 laps to go. Will we make it to the white before we see the checkered, before we see the yellow? The white and checkered, that's a Daytona 24 question. We would like to get back to the white before we see a yellow. Let the boys race it out. Mike Edwards squeezes out ahead. See if he's able to pull up in front of the 9 before he gets to run off the corner. Edwards stays committed to the bottom. A little surprised by that. Then again, JRD will probably just split him 3 wide. Andrew Beach dangerously close to the right rear quarter of that 9 car. Here's Mullins' self-proclaimed terrible pusher in the 37. JRD gets the nose out ahead. Edwards gets to take the short way around. And unfortunately, you see Cliff drafting back from him. Edwards really needs Mullins to be right on his back bumper. Oh, we got a spinner in the back. Will that bring out our caution? It does. Wrecking at the very back of the pack brings out a caution. We go to overtime. As we try to figure out who in the world done that. Christian Delgado and Daniel Llewellyn. Let's see what happens. Llewellyn behind Delgado. Delgado lifts a little bit to stay off of Travis Martin. Daniel Llewellyn gets in the back of him, turns him sideways. And unfortunately, that triggers the iRacing caution automatically. Right as we were coming to the white flag, we go to overtime. And now JRD gets to think about things. Well, it looked like you had the field right where you wanted it, and next thing you know, they wreck for 20th, and the caution's out. How do we feel right about now?
I can breathe for a second.
I can finally breathe again? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. I was hoping to time that run just right, so that way, because we was going to get the white flag and pull Trenton, get him a second. I was trying to time that run as perfect as I could, and damn it.
And damn it, Daniel. Daniel had to get in the back of the 33 and turn him around.
Oh, it was Daniel?
Yep.
Then 110% damn it, Daniel.
Damn it, Daniel. Name a more iconic 2-word phrase in Sidewinder.
I'd suck it, but...
I was thinking Free Neo.
Free Neo. Yeah, Free Neo.
Well, I figured I'd come up and relax the nerves a little bit while you're pacing around behind this pace car as you get set for what could be the first of 3 attempts at a green, white, checker finish. First of all, 26 laps since you've been on the pit lane. Do you have enough fuel to get through these?
2 of them.
Yikes.
Yeah, 2 of them, and then we'll see what happens. It's very, very, very close.
Well, we used all 3 last night. We'll see what happens tonight. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
JR Deal in the 9, leading right now. See if we can pull in Mr. Edwards. There he is. Matt, DG, got a copy?
Damn you.
Damn you. I talked to Cliff and I talked to JR already. Come on.
Curse.
Whatever. You've won plenty of races when I interviewed you.
Fine.
Well, I asked JR about it, and I'm going to ask you. How are you feeling on the fuel now that we're in this green-white checker situation?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
For
I just
1
want to go to sleep.
or 2?
All 3. I got 10 laps.
Wow, that is a lot of fuel. All right, sir. Good luck to you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, bye. See if we can find Andrew Beach. Have not talked to Mr. Beach yet. Beach, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we find ourselves towards the front of this field. We've been pushing the hell out of that number 9 Dodge. How do we feel about trying to get a victory, perhaps, for that side pipes Pontiac?
It'd be really nice. I'd like to get that done, but being on the bottom right here kind of hurts our chances a little bit. The car's super tight on the bottom. It likes to push up on corner exits. So, and JR just left me, so we might be pushing Michael here. I think we're kind of being in this second row. Unless something happens, I really think it's just gonna be pushing somebody to a win, unless we can get lucky. But we're gonna do our best and see if we can put on a show here.
Is 3 wide through the middle just not an option with the way these cars are over the bumps?
I don't want to be that guy.
10-4. All right, bud. Good luck.
Finish this thing clean. Thank you very much.
Andrew Beach in the 71 saying he doesn't want to be that guy. Trying to go through the middle and put it 3 wide for a win. He's down in 17th. I'll have to skip Clinton for now as we're getting ready for the restart. Half a lap away from green. Reset the top 10 for you quick. Edwards, Deal, Mullins, Beach, Evers, Sneed, Lee, Brown, Price, and Stamper. As we said at the top of the cast, these cars do not bump draft very well, so if you push much, you're probably going to do what Daniel just did and turn the car around. For the record, we're not squarely blaming Daniel in that accident, since they checked up in front of him. He just didn't have time to react. But Daniel knows we're just buzzing him. Field works its way out of turn number 4. Edwards on the inside, Deal on the outside. New drafting help. Mullins was pushing Edwards, now he's behind Deal. Beach was pushing Deal, now he's behind Edwards. We'll see how it unfolds. JR Deal gets a great launch. He did not wait at all. As soon as that pace car came in, he took off. Usually not the best idea, but that spread the field out. Mike Edwards kind of lost everybody. He's going to jump up into that outside line. Cliff Mullins pushing JR Deal. Mike Edwards looking to the high side. Where is everyone going to go as they accordion back together? Edwards going to go to the outside of Cliff Mullins. Deal's going to try and go up and block that run, leaving Mullins to the bottom. Deal's going to put Edwards in the wall, and they're all crashing at the front of the field. Looks like Dominic Lee has made his way through. Somehow the yellow's not out yet as everyone's scrambling. Plenty of cars turned somewhat sideways, but there he goes. Dominic Lee and Chris Stamper made it through there. Cody Cleaver, Cody Brown, Jeff Price, Jeremy Scher, Isaac Shelley, John Garrett, Ethan Evers, and then JR Deal. Let's go back and watch. This looked like a block gone wrong. See Mullins behind JR Deal. Edwards is up there. Edwards to the outside. Deal squeezes him up into the fence so much that he just goes across the nose and into the wall. Edwards had no more room to move up high. And that gets a lot of cars collected. Cliff Mullins, Andrew Beach. I don't see Trenton, so he might have got caught up in that. Unless he was that other car. And Trenton falling way back. He's right behind Andrew Beach. Let's see what happens here. They're going to stack up on the outside as Deal puts Edwards into the fence. Trenton spins to the inside off the bumper of the 8 car, ironically. There's Scott Elston sliding through there. Wonder what sent the 85 through the grass. Daniel Llewellyn right there with Scott. I'm sure that's going to be how. Scott slows down for the wreck. Llewellyn right behind him does not. Send Scott careening into the inside wall. Glances off of it. Fairly fortunate that was the impact and not worse. You can watch the 03 as he gets into the accident scene on the backstretch. He's going to get into the back of Jake Lawrence. Does not slow down much and just jacks up the 68 car. Jake Lawrence, an innocent victim in that one. Clint Cox inexplicably just drives through him and then careens into Cliff Mullins. That looks like Ian Montrose getting turned around there in the autism awareness car. Here comes the 33. He gets into Daniel. Just a lot of not slowing down here. A wreck was happening for quite a while. Some guys just, I guess because the green stayed out, never got the yellow, so they didn't slow down for the smoke. And he sped right on in there. With the 99 up ahead, I think Clapper Newell. He's way down in the grass. He was taking no chances. Gets a little airborne so far down in the grass. Now he's trying to keep it off for Chotsky in the 5. What a ride he took. Dominic Lee is your leader now. This field gets turned upside down. We're going to go to our second green-white checker. Kind of like how it went last night. Pretty smooth until the end of the race. Then we went through all the green-white checkers and still ended under yellow. Let's hope we don't repeat that tonight. Also, not the first time we've seen Deal and Edwards contact late in a race. Probably won't be the last. Hell, even one time for a Cup Series championship, those two made contact towards the end of the race. Definitely some history there. I wonder if Stamper's trying to save fuel with the gap he's leaving. See if we can get on the cockpit and listen in. How's it on you, Mike? You're against the wall. He just kept coming up on you. Guess Dominic Lee wanted to go back and join Chris as he got way back behind the pace car. Oh my gosh, they almost wrecked in the back. That was scary. Wasn't as bad as it looked from where we were. Stamper's still not staying up with the leader. If I was Cody Cleaver, I'd go around his outside and force the issue. Say he wasn't keeping up with where he's supposed to be. Should be his spot. Stamper's acting like there's an invisible ghost running second. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Dominic Lee getting a push from Cody Brown. Outside lane, Stamper and Cleaver. Dominic Lee is clear. See if he slides up to get the push to the outside lane. Usually gets out of 2. He'll stay down low and stay connected to Cody Brown. Cody giving him a good push down the backstretch. Into turns 3 and 4. So 3 wide further back. It's like Ian Montrose in the middle there. Cody Brown pushing 19 of Dominic Lee. We make it to the white flag. This will be our last lap of the race. No more green white checkers. Now we're 3 wide in earnest. Cody Brown, Dominic Lee 1 and 2. They've broken away from the rest of the pack. Jeff Price in the 45 with 69 and Chris Stamper. Here comes the high line with the push from Perchatsky. And they're going to get wrecked. Cody Brown gets into the 19, slides him up the track. Looks like Stamper's going to get free. Chris Stamper, John Garrett. Garrett has no help. So it looks like this is Chris Stamper's. He brings it off turn number 4. Stamper into the tri-oval. Chris Stamper will be your winner. At Daytona Beach, John Garrett will pick up a second. Isaac Shelley all by himself to bring it home third. Here comes Cliff Mullins in the 37, fourth. Travis Martin, a heavily damaged 63 car, brings it home fifth. Jeff Price into the wall, finishes sixth. Andrew Beach may have picked up a seventh? Question mark. Well, Asher Branner, 8th. Clint Cox, 9th. J.R. Deal in 10th. Jeremy Clapper Newell, 11th. Ethan Evers, 12th. Jeremy Scher, 13th. Lane in 14th. Cody Brown running it near the front on that one. Gets in the back of Dominic Lee. Finishes 15th. Cody Cleaver, 16th. Scott Elston, 17th. Looks like Trenton Sneed, 18th. Dominic Lee limps it home, 19th. After leading with 1 lap to go. Ian Montrose, 20th. Jake Lawrence, 21st. Jeff Verchotsky getting a push to the line from the 33 of Delgado. Trying to finish the race for the 5 team. He'll get 22nd either way. Chris Stamper, 69, your winner. Don't tell me he's out of fuel. Can't do a burnout. Really? The 69 car is done. Only had just enough fuel. 29 laps. And John Garrett went 34 there at the end. Outstanding race. If we could get the top 3 to the waiting room. Isaac Shelley, John Garrett, and Chris Stamper. Go see who's waiting for us. Nobody right now. No burnout means he vacated the win. Win doesn't count if you didn't burn it out. Still getting pushed around by white and red car. Clint Cox. Someone tell Stamper to get to the waiting room, please, and thank you. I'll go ahead and pull Isaac Shelley in. Ike, DG, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, very entertaining race from the broadcast booth. How was it out there behind the wheel?
Yeah, it was fun. Sketchy for sure. Especially wide, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, slick, always working on the wheel, and I don't know how I got third, but yeah, we're here somehow.
Yeah, we're watching the replay now of everyone wreck around you. You look like you're about 13th when the wreck started. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
I knew coming to the white, I wanted to get to the bottom, because I knew they were just gonna wreck at some point, and I just wanted to
Give you that escape to the left.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it worked out. You brought it home third. You got your friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight.
Thank you, man, for broadcasting. Fun race. I'm excited. Looking forward to the rest of the season. These cars are a lot of fun to drive. So, I'm just here to have fun. Hopefully, we can win a couple of races and yeah, see how it goes.
10-4. Well, I'd like to thank you for running a Dodge. That makes me happy. All right, bud. We'll see you.
Matching suit and helmet too. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I can look in there and see. It looks nice. Very good. Very good. All right, bud. We appreciate you racing with us. Hopefully, we'll see you in some more races the rest of the week, and then see you back here next week.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good night.
Let's go find the man, John T. Garrett. See how he makes it through this wreck, first of all. Go far chase on it. Back it up a little further. Probably a little too far. John, DG, get a copy?
10-4.
Well, looks like you're about 8th when all the shit went down on that last lap. How do you feel about pulling out a second?
I'll take it, because about 10 laps earlier, I was a lap down and had given up all hope. But
yeah, what'd you do to get that pit penalty? You speed?
yes, I sped on the first pit stop under green. I was leading and just came in a little hot. So, yep, speedy.
Whoopsie. Then they all just destroy each other around you and bounce it off the fence. Next thing you know, you're running second. Did you wish you had somebody behind you to push you up there for the lead?
Nah, I mean, sort of after the fact. I'm just glad that they didn't come up there and get me because that's usually what happens during the aftermath. But I hated didn't finish under green there because we had a nice little run. I just dove to the outside going into 3 and had some momentum. So it was going to be fun. But it's a fun race. These cars are blasts here at this bumpy track. You have to drive them. I worked hard tonight. Hard for me anyway.
All right, bud. Well, we appreciate you racing with us, and congrats on that P2 finish to start the season.
Yep, appreciate y'all having me here. Appreciate you helping with paint jobs, Sidewinder League, and Fort Worth Screen Printing, and my stream here, John T. Garrett on Twitch.
I was about to say, you got those friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight, and then you just took care of it for me like a true professional.
Semi-retired professional.
All right, bud. We love having you around, and we'll see you in the next race.
Alrighty, thank you.
John T. Garrett brings it home P2. Let's go find our winner tonight, Chris Stamper in the 69 machine. Chris, DG, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you brought it home with the win. What was going through your mind when, like, just the seas parted? Next thing you know, you're all by yourself leading.
Well, I was pretty excited, but honestly, it's so hard to pass in these things. Me and my buddy Clint, we just kind of rode around all night, and I was lucky enough to miss 2 or 3 wrecks, and that kind of put me there at the end. Just kind of got lucky, and I think at the end and that last one, something happened with 17. And everybody kind of went wrecking, and I knew I hit the wall, and I thought at that point I was just going to wreck too, but somehow it stayed straight, so I'll take it.
Watching the replay now, the 19 gets turned right into your door. How fortunate that he hits you just squarely flush in the door to keep you from turning around. You just kind of move up the hill and keep on going.
Yeah, I'll take it. Everybody always, my team I race with, they always say I have good luck, so I guess tonight I actually did for once.
Well, there you go. You just proved it. Congrats on the victory tonight here in the Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series race. You going to be coming back for all 15 weeks now that you're locked into the playoffs?
Yeah. Every week I can be here, I'll be here. So have fun tonight, and glad to be here.
All right, bud. Congrats on the win. You got the friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Yeah, just Team 606 iRacing from Eastern Kentucky, just all them boys that I race with, and Clint Cox for telling me about this league, and just had fun. Thanks to everybody.
10-4. We'll see you back here next week. Congrats on the victory, and we'll see what you can do the rest of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Chris Stamper in the 69 team getting the win here at Daytona. The Bobcat Dairy Grill. Not going to call it dirty this time. Getting the victory tonight in that blue, black, and bright yellow 69 car. Congrats to him. Let's take a look at our final results for the full field rundown. We have, of course, the 69 of Stamper getting the win. John Garrett, Ike Shelley, your top 3. Then Cliff Mullins and Travis Martin going to round out the top 5. Jeff Price, Andrew Beach, Will Asherbrenner, Clint Cox, and J.R. Deal, your top 10. We have Jeremy Clapper-Newell, Ethan Evers, Jeremy Scher, Tyler Lane, and Cody Brown, Cody Cleaver, Scott Elston, Trenton Sneed, Dominic Lee, and Ian Montrose, your top 20. And it should work for this final page. There it goes. Jake Lawrence, Jeff Prochatsky, Mike Edwards, Daniel Lawallen, Christian Delgado, Eddie Donahue, Andy Morrell, and Hayden Lowell. Hayden doesn't actually get credit for starting the race, but he is the admin, so we're going to give him a shout out. Thanks, Hayden, for putting on this league for us. We appreciate you, buddy. And that's going to do it. Thanks to everyone watching here tonight. The Arc Music Gen 4 Cup Series, brand new league for us here over at Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsors and pay the bills so we can get on out of here. Brand new sponsor slides this season. We have Wild Horse Broadcasting. They help us on Monday night with our new ARCA series. It runs the 2013 SS cars and the 16 Fusions. And we have Labor 12 and Awesome Rock Band out of Lubbock, Texas doing our truck series. And then we have Arc Music, as you saw tonight, doing our Cup series. Fort Worth Screen Printing, that's John T. Garrett's group. They do our Xfinity series, which is now tomorrow night on Thursday, which is going to take a while to get used to. And Golden Eagle Syrup does our Friday Super Speedway series. So if you like this type of racing, that's all we do on that Super Speedway Golden Eagle series. And CTC are in. They're going to put on our IndyCar series for us this season. So we appreciate all of those folks to help us keep the lights on, keep the series going, and keep you guys plugged into our community. Thank you all so very much for being here tonight. And until next race, we'll see you next time.